Hello learners, welcome to the video on Azure Cognitive Services. Azure Cognitive Services are cloud-based services that encapsulate AI capabilities. It is a bundle of many individual services to develop sophisticated and intelligent AI applications. Cognitive services offer a wide range of pre-built AI services across multiple categories. My agenda is to cover broad range of Azure Cognitive Services, services offered by Text Analytics API, cognitive service architecture, prerequisites to perform lab experiments, and hands-on lab on Azure portal. So let's start with broad range of Azure Cognitive Services. The available cognitive services are encapsulated in four different pillars such as speech, language, decision, and vision. These clusters consist of useful services which are just pre-built models. If we do not want to build a model from scratch, we can utilize these services using simple API calls. First one is a speech service which includes speech to text, text to speech, speech translation and speaker recognition capabilities. Second is language, which is the cluster of text analytics, translator, immersive reader, language understanding, and question and answer maker. Third one is decision cluster, which consists of anomaly detector, content moderator, matrix advisor, and personalizer. Whereas fourth one is vision, which consists of computer vision, video indexer, custom vision, face analyzer, and form recognizer APIs. So we'll study one by one in detail in the coming videos. Here in this video, I'll start with language. So let's start with language. The other name for this language cluster is natural language processing, which deals with the type of oral and written communication. In this video, I'm going to explain text analytics in detail with Azure Lab experiments. So let's start understanding it better. The text analytics service is designed to extract information from text. This API provides a wide range of services. For example, support a travel agency wants to process hotel reviews that have been submitted to the company's website. By using Text Analytics API, we can determine the language of each review in which it is written. We can use this API to find out sentiment of reviews, whether it is positive, negative, or neutral. It can also be used to extract key phrases that might indicate the main topics discussed in the review and name entities, such as places, landmarks, or people mentioned in the reviews. Hence, text analytics service can be utilized for following functionalities. So first one is language detection, which determines the language in which the text is written. Second one is key phrase extraction, which identifies important words and phrases in the text that indicate the main points. Third one is sentiment analysis, which qualifies how positive or negative the text is. Fourth one is name entity recognition, which detects references to the entities including people, location, time periods, organizations, and many more. And last but not the least is entity linking, which identifies specific entities by providing reference links to Wikipedia articles. So now we are going to understand this in detail. In Azure portal, we can provision text analytics as a single service resource, or we can use text analytics API in a multi-service cognitive service resource. So I will build a cognitive service resource here to access these capabilities. Before going to the lab experiments, let's understand cognitive service architecture. So in this architecture, in the first step, we create a Azure subscription. Then in the second step, we create a Azure cognitive service resource under a resource group and note down keys and endpoints to access that resource. Whereas in the third step, we install Text Analytics SDK and create a client application to consume Text Analytics API using one of the keys and endpoint, and that we do in our VS Code. When everything is prepared for us, in the fourth step, we send a HTTP request in a JSON format to consume pre-built text analytics service, and we collect a response in form of JSON that is reflected in the form of output in our lab experiments. So to do a lab experiment, some prerequisites are required. First one is Microsoft Azure subscription and also Microsoft Live ID. Second one is basic understanding of Python or C Sharp. Third one is familiarity with REST and JSON. So let's start with first service, that is language detection. So this language detection API takes input as text and returns language identifiers with a score indicating the strength of the analysis. Text analytics recognizes up to 120 languages. This capability is useful for content stores that collect arbitrary text where language is unknown. In another scenario, we could involve a chatbot where if a user starts a session with a chatbot, language detection can be used to determine which language they are using and allows you to configure your bot responses in the appropriate language. It can report a single language code for every document submitted on the request in a wide range of languages. So let's understand a simple example of it. HTTP request we send in form of input and the response we get in form of JSON. So here we can see that we send a JSON request where we give a text in this format with ID 1 and second text in some language with ID 2. And after running the code, we collect a response which says that the name of the language is Spanish with the confidence score 1.0 means the algorithm is 100% confident in detecting the language. And for second ID, the language is French with confidence same 1. It means it is 100% confident. So this works very well. So these are just pre-built models which are already saved by Microsoft Azure at their cloud so that we can use these models easily and perform our task. Second one is key phrase extraction. This API is used to quickly identify the main concepts in the text. For example, if the text is a melody of rain is the feast for my brain, then key phrase extraction will return the main talking points like rain and brain. Let's see an example of it. Here we can see we send a text with this ID 1 in the language English and we send another text in English language with ID 2 and this is the text. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And what we receive from the API is in ID 1 we receive change and word. These are two important points we can see in this text. So in the ID 2 we can see key phrases are miles, single step and journey. Third is sentiment analysis. So this service can be used to capture the sentiments of a people. People write some kind of review, then we can judge their sentiments, whether they are positive, negative or neutral with some confidence scores. So let's see example of it. So in the document we can see a language is English and the text is smile, life is good. So here in the output we can see that with the ID 1 we have received few responses like overall the sentiment is positive with confidence score 0.99. It means 99% the algorithm is sure that the review is positive. Where the API can figure out there are two sentences. First one is smile and second one is life is good. So in the first one, it can detect it is positive with 97% confidence, and the second is also positive with 98% of confidence. So this sentiment analysis is very useful for variety of applications such as evaluating a movie, a book, a product by quantifying sentiments based on reviews. It can also be used to prioritize customer service responses through emails or social media messaging. So next one is name entity recognition. So it can identify entities that are mentioned in the text. These entities are grouped into different categories and subcategories. For example, it can be a person, location, date, time, organization, address, email, URLs. So this API can detect all of these. So let's see an example of it. So in this text, Joe went to London on Saturday. So what we can see the response with ID 1 where text is Zoe, category is person. So this is the thing we are looking for. So this is named entity. Joe is a person with confidence score 62% confidence, whereas London is a location and there is subcategory GP, whereas confidence score is 88%. Saturday is date time and the subcategory it is a date, it's not a time. And this is with 80% of confidence. So we can see the API is able to identify named entities in this example. And last one is entity linking. So this text analytics service is used to disambiguate entities of same name by referencing an article with a knowledge base. So it provides Wikipedia links associated with different name entities. So let's understand this with an example. So we can see a text, I saw Venus shining in the sky. So where Venus is a planet which is associated with this link. Whereas if the sentence is Venus, the goddess of beauty, here we are talking about Venus, who is the goddess. So the link will be different for this so that we can disambiguate different entities with same names. Okay, let's see its JSON request and response. So the text is I saw Venus shining in the sky. So in that case, we will receive with ID 1, name Venus, and with confidence score 1%. The confidence score is very less this time. But what we can see is the Wikipedia link is correct. Let's start lab experiment using Text Analytics API. Let's log into Microsoft Azure portal with live ID and password. Let's create Azure Cognitive Service resource. Here we will select a resource group which I have already created and a unique name for the resource. Let's review and create it. It will take some time to create a resource. Let's go to the resource and note down keys and endpoints. These will be required to connect Text Analytics API. Let's open our Python code and install Azure AI Text Analytics SDK. and paste that key and endpoint here. Now we'll create a client and run the program. We are able to see all the reviews which are written here. So the file consists 5 reviews in which some are positive, some are negative. Our task is to detect the language of the review, find the key phrases, name entities and entity linking, and also sentiment analysis. So I've used this code to detect the language. Python needs indentation, so I've indented the code here. Let's run the program again. We are getting response in JSON format where we can see the language written after each review. Next task is to understand the sentiments of the reviews. To detect the sentiment, let's paste the required code here. The codes will be given in the description. The link to download this Python code will also be given in the description. Let's run the file again. Now we can see the sentiments of each review along with the language. So here we have completed 2 tasks. Now 3 are left. Let's move to key phrase extraction. Let's write the code here for key phrase extraction. To understand every line of this code, you can follow me on my blog connectjaya.com. The link to the blog is mentioned in the description. Let's run the program again to check key phrases. So we can see a list of key phrases after each review. Now we can detect the language of the review, its sentiment, and also the key phrases used in the paragraph of each review. Let's move to our fourth task. We can see the entities here. Entity can be a person, a location, some name, etc. Now fifth task is entity linking. So if there are some ambiguous entities, as we have seen already in the example what that I've mentioned in the slides, then we use entity linking, which reference Wikipedia links to disambiguate different entities. Let's run the program again now. And we can see the entity links here. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section.